Ça blesse, ça flingue. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Wow. Gazo.
Lifestyle on camera, $100,000 chandelier. They tried to turn me to an animal, but white people think I'm radical. Supermodels think I'm handsome. You might think I'm too aggressive, but really I think I'm too passive. Till I pull out the chopper, start blasting.
All the singles, straight up, throw it up. Watch it fall and drop. Round and round and go. Strut, strut it out.
Pray for me, I'm about to hit the yay button. I don't wanna say nothing wrong, but it'd be wrong if I ain't say nothing. Imagine if I ain't say something, when none of niggas say nothing. I done lost and made money, now I'm making something they can't take from me. And I'm fresh out of debt in this motherfucker, and they still ain't ready yet for a motherfucker. Yeezy might have to go and put his Louis on. I'm about to go Gucci in a Gucci store.
Fresh out the feds in this motherfucker, and they still ain't ready yet for a motherfucker. Gucci mine, and I'm about to put my Yeezys on. Now that Gucci home is over for you Gucci clones.
50, all the singles, straight up, throw it up. Watch it fall and drop. Round and round and go. Strut, strut it round and go. Champions, we run the city. Number one, they falling from the top.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Wait for the kingdom, king me, checkmate then repeat. This chestnut checkers, what can I say? I got goat jeans. Real kings do king things. Live like one, breathe like one, killing shit by any means. Everybody can't lead like one, nah. Is it really me? Gotta check and see my legacy like royalty, and I act like it. If you know, better act like it. Look at me now, they can't hold me down. So give me the crown. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Kings for a long stretch, no limousine. If you talking winners, gotta intervene. I'm the biggest one of those you ever seen. I'ma need a crown. I'm the only one that ever held it down at the tip top. People flip flop every day, not I. Top 5, I'm a big shot. I'm the one that wanna take the big shots. Big balls, big rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan. Get lost, we've been this wrong. Look at me now, they can't hold me down. So give me the crown. It must be a thing. It must be the poise that silence the noise. It must be the heart that sets me apart. It must be the game that gave me the name. It must be the truth, I could be the proof. It could be the chain, it might be the shoes. They watching my moves, they chasing the fame, but they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Wait for the king. We're not the same, we're not the same. We're not the same, we run everything.
And we welcome you to War Memorial Stadium. It's the first weekend of May, and we got some football. Here on Natural State Sports in partnership with the Arkansas Kings Semi-Pro Football. Here in basically the early stages of summer now, and we're glad to have you with us here on Natural State Sports. I'm Trip Keeter, alongside Darius Robinson, the regular Mills Comic crew in the building tonight covering the Kings. D-Rob, you are no stranger to this level of football. You've played semi-pro football many, many years.
Yeah, man. So I'm a veteran now.
Yeah. So from your perspective, how is this different from, say, because you played in high school as well for a really, really good Dardanelle Cardinals team.
Yeah.
I gotta give you your props. So tell me, how's it feel? Because obviously this isn't the level of football where players are looking for high salaries or anything like that, or any kind of payment. This is simply for the love of the game.
Exactly what you said, the love of the game, but it presents so many opportunities here on this level as far as networking skills, building that brotherhood. You get second opportunities if you want to go to college. You guys get college scholarships off of this. This guy that played for the Martell Mallet, he played for the New Orleans Saints, played cornerback for them off the semi-pro level. So, hey, it's always a great opportunity to play the game you love.
Yeah.
And if you play this level, that means you love this game.
You absolutely love playing football because, that's really what it's all about. A lot of times you just think, man, I could really go for putting on the pads right now, putting a helmet on, not just tossing around the pigskin on the yard. You want to play proper, organized football. And that's what leagues like this, the TFL, give you a chance to do. You get a chance to put the pants back on again. You get a chance to play football again.
Yeah, man. We just give a shout out to Pat Patterson. He's the commissioner of the TFL.
And now we pause for the national anthem. So the captains today for the Kings, we didn't really get a chance to watch the coin toss, but the captains today were Cody Brewer, Ja'Kalen Jackson, Kamani Gray, Jacob Nichols were the team captains for the Arkansas Kings today, alongside honorary captain April Bowie. And she was honored today on the field moments before the national anthem. Both teams are on the field, and it's just so surreal. It's almost summer. Summer's almost here. We got football playing. You can't feel anything but just joy because of that, D-Rob.
Yeah, and it's some great weather to be played for a nice ball game. The weather's been great all week. We had the storms early, a little bit early.
Yeah, we did.
But as you look out here on tonight, it don't seem like a liquor store even hit here this week.
Yeah.
So, hey, we ready for some football night between the Kings and the Galaxy here on tonight.
It's a bit of a breezy evening. It's a kind of a cool evening too. The temperatures are going to go down to about 62 degrees roughly as we play this game. We are underway from historic War Memorial Stadium, Northeast Arkansas, getting the opening kickoff and return to about I'll mark it at the 23-yard line. A bit of an interesting uniform matchup, something that's kind of commonplace here for semi-pro football, is you get some really cool jerseys and uniforms. Obviously, the Galaxy, they look like a Galaxy down there, kind of all purple with black numerals and white outline. The Kings wearing their white jerseys today, and the gold numbers are shiny gold too. So
Yeah, there definitely some nice uniforms down there by the Kings, and the Galaxy being unique with the Galaxy on their jersey. So it's very unique way to show off their name.
it'll be a little bit difficult for us to see their numbers from up here, but we will adapt. We've definitely seen much worse from high school games, that's for sure. So really cool uniforms tonight, and we are underway. Football is being played in the month of May. Now, 1st and 10 on the opening drive from their own 24-yard line. The ball is spotted. Going to be a handoff. Bounces off, lowering his shoulder. Finally thrown out of bounds. Let's see who that was. I believe those. Let's see who that was. That was Daniel Fugate, I believe. Number 34. He's a speedy guy, too. You see his acceleration out there, T-Rob?
Oh, yes, sir. He definitely burst out the hole right there real quick.
And I've got 2 different rosters here for the Kings, both their defense and their offense. So it's going to be cool to get to know some of the players, some guys that we're familiar with, D-Rob, because you and I have some history with this level of football. A lot of some buddies of ours on the field.
Yes, sir. And like you said, it's going to be nice to get the chance to showcase these guys on here tonight, tell a little bit about themselves and everything.
Look at that camera view from the sideline, from the Kings sideline. Now, 2nd down. He's going to roll out to his left side. Thought about throwing it, but kind of stuttered and finally diving. I think he might have got to the line of gain after going out of bounds. I believe that was Mekhi King, the quarterback. Yep, number 7.
And that was actually like a nice little hesitation right there.
And you have some history playing quarterback for semi-pro. You played quarterback for many, many years, D-Rob. You were showing me some highlights earlier today.
Yeah, but heading to year 9 this is year 9 for me.
Wow. It is 3rd down and 5 for Northeast Arkansas. Both these teams played last Saturday, by the way. It was a victory for the Kings. Handoff. Finally, he was absolutely clobbered. The ball popped free, and the Kings say they have it. The Arkansas Kings say they have the football. His runner was absolutely not down. That ball popped free the second he was hit, and they say it's Kings football.
I mean, that was a great hit right there by Greg Westbrook right there.
I mean, he absolutely just clobbered the ball carrier, and that popped the ball free. Great hard-hitting defense. Let's look at this instant replay here, a zoom-in cam. We've got a good setup with our equipment and our crew here on a Saturday night.
Slow-mo.
And incoming, boom. Oh, my gosh. He lost that ball, I think, before he got hit.
Yeah. Westbrook just came and finished them off.
Man, oh, man. Making a statement here early on a Saturday night. The lights are on here at War Memorial Stadium. 1st and 10, opening drive for the Kings. A double reverse, a little trickery to start the game. Now a pass down to the near side. And a flag back at the 45-yard line. This might be coming back. It's going to be a holding penalty on the Kings.
They trying to bring out the little King special right there.
Yeah, what it looked like. It looks like they'll have to practice that a bit more as that resulted in a holding penalty.
You know, we really just start seeing that play to Philly running in the Super Bowl one year with Nick Foles.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden everybody just start putting a little it's a big some wrinkles on them.
Now it's 1st down and long. Kings lining up in the gun, handoff up the middle. Moving towards left side, back near the original line of scrimmage. Let's see who that was for the Kings. Number 21. And I don't see that on our roster. I think that was Terrell on the carry.
Yes, it was Terrell.
I got to just have both of the. We have an offense and a defense roster. He's on the defense roster, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to tell them they wrong for that. Just put everybody on one roster.
Yeah, because normally even college teams, they just have their whole roster on one page. But I like the organization here, too.
Hey, the numerical order.
Yeah. A toss this time to the right side. Terrell bounces off, still on his feet. Gets more than enough for the first down near the red zone. They're going to call him down to the 21. Kings get the first down here on their opening drive of the game here in the first quarter. The clock is running here in the stadium, but I don't believe that is correct. So a new set of downs here for the Kings. Makes the snap, throws almost a screen pass down the right side. That was Bone. That was our guy Bone on the reception.
Yeah, my guy Donald Bone right there, man. Nice little run right there.
That was a 9-yard gain for the Kings. I'm still like adjusting to saying all these football terms. It feels like not too long ago we were just finishing basketball season, and now here we are with semi-pro football. This is fun. Couple of Kings in motion. Will line up as receivers. Drops back, fires into the end zone, and a touchdown for the Arkansas Kings on their opening drive of the ball game.
That was a great pass right there by C.J. James right there to Jamal Mosley right there.
C.J. James playing with some composure out there at quarterback.
Yeah, that's as we call a little pitch and catch action right there.
That was a real quick one too.
Yeah, nice clean pocket.
Man, my mind is all over the place. I'm still getting used to it's football, man. That first drive was just so quick, and now you're the Kings kicking the extra point. Be a long kick. The line of scrimmage is back at the 15, just like the NFL. Kick is away and is good.
Okay, our guy Russell Reynolds on an extra point.
We were talking to Russ earlier before the game. They got to put some respect on his name because they didn't even put him on the roster that they gave us. That's Russ Reynolds right there. That all started, too, from that fumble recovery. That big hit that popped the ball free because the Galaxy had the ball first. They fumbled it trying to convert on third down. The Kings took over. They were pretty deep in Galaxy territory as well. So a great job by the Kings on their opening drive of the ball game. I'm going to pull out the old binoculars, D-Rob. I got to get a good look at these guys on the field.
I need to make a quick joke right quick.
Go ahead.
Look at the Galaxy. Look where they at. They all the way down there. Come on to the middle of the field.
Mm-hmm. They're ready to play this. These two teams, as I mentioned earlier, faced off last week up in Northeast Arkansas. It resulted in a victory for the Kings. We'll grab the final score for you momentarily. There's Russ again. A pretty good kick. Returned at about the 22-yard line. Finally wrapped up and taken down at the 40.
Listen, in the Galaxy, they look good running the ball so far. And just, unfortunately, the guy lost the ball.
And they'll come out for their second offensive drive of the evening.
So did you get your own binoculars or you got Pop's binoculars?
I've got my own. I've had my own for a long time.
Okay.
See if I can remember how to use them. That's the problem. That's Daniel Fugate at halfback. And QB Makai King. Now trips to the left. King's going to keep it. Up the middle, trying to lower his shoulder. Was wrapped up by a court of kings. How do you say a plural for kings? That's a problem I never thought I'd ever have, B-Rob. So going back to last Saturday up in Northeast Arkansas, the Kings won pretty comfortably. It was a 48-6 victory. And that was on the road for the Kings now, and they're facing off here tonight in Little Rock.
Yeah, and nice little stingy defense led by defensive coordinator, my friend, Kayvon Cassidy. Man, he got that defense looking good this year for the Kings.
A 2nd down and 3. Bit of a sloppy snap, and a QB keeper finally wrapped up right at the line to gain. We're only in the first quarter, D-Rob, and the Kings are hard hitting right now.
Yeah, they flexing their muscles a little bit.
Yeah.
But King is doing a great job of keeping his composure. If he don't see nothing there, tugging ball. But also the Kings are doing a great job of just containing him. Make sure he's not getting outside.
Little confusing that the quarterback for the Galaxy, his name is King, and he's playing against the Kings. So we'll try not to get too confused with that. This is their first play in Kings territory of the ball game at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10. King in shotgun takes the snap. Pocket collapses fast. He'll have to slide after. I don't even think he gained a yard. They don't mark him down for a gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
I feel like if he came more to the outside, he still had a lot of green grass to go.
Yep. That's QB1 talking right here.
As I'm watching this replay over here, yeah, he had a lot of green over on the outside, left side of the field.
He was definitely looking ahead of himself, trying to find his receivers, but he saw quite a few gold rushing his way, so he knew he had to make a decision. Now 2nd down and 10. High snap this time. King brings it down. Pocket collapses again. King takes off, lowering his shoulder. He's going to be wrapped up, swallowed up at the 45-yard line. Let's see who that was for the Kings. That was Orlando Robinson.
Hey.
One of 2 Kings on the tackle that time.
Orlando Robinson, another one of the great ball players, has been around this semi-pro scene for a good minute now. He's from Crossett, Arkansas. Excellent track runner at school.
Yeah.
We used to call him Usain Bolt in high school.
Really?
That's how fast he was.
It is 3rd down and 7 for the Northeast Arkansas Galaxy. If you're just joining us on Natural State Sports, semi-pro football action here at War Memorial Stadium. This is the Kings' first regular season game here at War Memorial Stadium. The first game got canceled just before kickoff because the opposing team, I guess, were scared of the Kings. They didn't want to play.
Fear the King.
Now King, look out, pocket collapsing.
You got to watch out.
He's got an Arkansas King right behind him, and he takes off. Ball pops free, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Kings, but that's only about a 1-yard gain.
I don't know. I got to watch that. I don't know if he
45-yard line.
lay with his helmet on that one.
There's no flag on the play. There's some Kings from the sideline that have come onto the field.
Oh, no.
Nope.
He did leave with his helmet, but the shoulder pad got the ball.
Yep, and it popped out of bounds. It is 4th down and about 6.
Great job by Jacob right there.
I love listening to the music here. The stadium PA announcer, Billy Smallwood, another Heber Springs Panther, as the Kings PA announcer here tonight. Looks like the Kings, or correction, the Galaxy are lining up to punt, but a flag before.
Broke the huddle with 12.
So an illegal substitution penalty on Northeast Arkansas pushes them back in their own territory before they can punt. The The play clock had not expired. So now they're slightly back in their own territory to punt this ball away. Low snap, and a punt is blocked. Caught by the Kings, and this is going to be a jog touchdown. Wow. Was that Akeem Dorsey? Wow. I mean, I've never seen anything like that at any level of football. Only in semi-pro ball will that happen. A bobbled snap on the punt. This kind of echoes, 2021, the Texas Longhorns came to Fayetteville. Something like this happened to Texas. Look at that. Was off the face mask.
Yeah,
and caught for a touchdown. I mean, that's a play that you dream of.
It was a short snap.
And now here's Russ kicking the extra point. This one was a bit low. He had to rush it because the...
Hey, 2 for 2.
Yep.
Hey, man.
He had to be careful there, too, because it looked like the Galaxy were trying to puncture through the line, but he did a great job. That's Fitzgerald, I beg your pardon. That made the kick 6, block 6. How do you describe that play? I want to apologize. We didn't have Fitzgerald on this roster. We have 2 rosters for the Kings given to us, one for the defense, one for offense, and he was not on there, so we beg your pardon for that slip up. It was a special teams touchdown off a blocked punt. The block knocked the ball in the air. Fitzgerald brought it down like an outfielder.
He did.
Just jogged to the end zone for a touchdown.
Ran right under it.
There's Russ lining up to kick the ball away. This will be returned at about the 18-yard line. Near side and a wrestling tackle. Caden Stewart, the return man for the Galaxy, was knocked down, I believe, by Isaiah Nelson. Galaxy will start from their own 37-yard line. It's a gorgeous evening here in Little Rock, Arkansas. We're in historic War Memorial Stadium. What a fantastic spot for football as the sun continues to go down. Football under the lights, and it's not even summer yet.
Yeah, football is always beautiful under the lights.
Yeah, absolutely. It's meant to be played under the lights.
Exactly.
So ball at their own 37. King will stay in at quarterback for the Galaxy. And another flag. I believe it is a delay of game. Indeed it is. And look at that. We even have the graphic for the specific penalty on the score bug. That is awesome.
Shout out, guy.
Every time we think we've seen it all for our production, Will shows up with something brand new. And it's just, it just takes your breath away. It's awesome. Now it's 1st and 15, and that's going to be a loss of 2 yards.
Tripped over his own guy.
Yeah, he did. It was Daniel Fugate. He was just stumbled up by his own blocker, and now the ball is back at the 31. It's going to be third down Actually, yes. I went ahead of myself. It's going to be second down because of the penalty. You could tell I'm not back on football mode yet, D-Rob.
It's okay, buddy. We have time. We have a lot of time.
Second down and 17. King and Fugate in the backfield. A low snap. The ball rolled for a good couple of seconds. King gets away, and he's finally stumbled up in the backfield. That was big number 55. Well, who was that? It's another number that I don't think we have. Either way, it's a sack.
That's all we know.
That's all we know. So third down and about a mile. Line to gain is the 47-yard line. And they're all the way back at the 23. A low snap again. King picks it up, looks to throw, fires deep. Jump ball, and it was bobbled, but either way, whoever caught it was out of bounds. It was caught by the Kings. I believe that was
Ja'Kalen Jackson.
Yep. Team captain Ja'Kalen Jackson, who was 5 yards out of bounds when he came down with the football. But either way, it's fourth down.
It was just a good battle for the ball right there between Ja'Kalen and the receiver over there.
We're nearly through with this first quarter of play. And the Galaxy will take their first timeout of the half. Well, I guess you got nowhere else to go but punt it here if you're Northeast Arkansas, because
that's the only thing to do.
That's the only thing to do.
The best thing to do.
Because all but one play just kept having you go back and back and back, and now it's about 4th and 30. They had to get to their own 47-yard line to get the first down. They've only had one play tonight in Kings territory, and wouldn't you know it, that was at the 49-yard line. So good job so far by the Kings defense.
Yeah, like shout out to Kayvon again, defensive coordinator for the Kings, getting them guys prepared and understanding the assignment for this game. The Galaxy, they just got to find something that works versus this King defense right now. The run looked promising here in the beginning, but a couple of low snaps back to back, and it's knocking you off your game. Like, you can't be playing from behind the sticks, and that's what the Galaxy has been doing. Because like the Kings, they haven't been doing nothing spectacular right now, but keeping these guys poised and into the game plan. So I expect to see the Kings continue to flex their muscles here for the rest of this game.
I'm seeing Josh Eason from the Galaxy is being walked off to the locker room, so he might be hurt. He took his helmet off and was slowly walking back into the tunnel during that timeout. And I think that's probably why the timeout was called. So now the Kings will get set to return this punt. The last punt by the Galaxy was blocked into the air and returned for a touchdown. Oh, high snap this time. He gets the punt away just barely, and the Kings have some open room to go with it. The Kings touch the ball first, but it's down at about the 20-yard line by Arkansas.
That took a bad bounce.
That was a dangerous bounce. That was Philip Blackman who made the recovery, as that was dangerous. The return man for the Kings, he wanted to take off running with the ball, but instead it hit his legs, and that made the ball lie. So it looks like the officials are, resetting the game clock. Looks like they went 12 seconds on the clock for the remainder of the first quarter. Let's see if the Kings can get into the end zone here. QB takes the snap, looks to throw, fires, and incomplete. C.J. James Jr. had a man wide open, but it was too low, incomplete. So that stops the clock. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Galaxy 20. 10 seconds, that's enough time to just basically toss the ball up and see what happens, see who comes down with it.
Hey, let the best man win.
Yeah. That is C.J. James Jr., the quarterback for the Kings.
Bobo is uncovered over here.
Toss to the right side. Terrell, he's going to gain about half a yard, and that'll be it for the first. Kings lead 14-0 early in this ball game. A hard-hitting game if you're the Kings, and the Galaxy, they're on their heels right now. We'll be right back in a bit here on Natural State Sports. Back here at War Memorial Stadium, the Kings are trying to get into the end zone here at the Galaxy 20-yard line. They lead 14-0. Now James fires near sideline, complete, and that's going to be a first down for the Arkansas Kings.
Nice little pitch and catch right there.
Yep. Trying to see who that was. That's Isaiah Nelson on the reception. I want to see him hand it off to Terrell Larice again. He's a kind of a speedy running back. Now it's a new set of downs. It's going to be 1st and goal now at the 9-yard line. Now CJ will hand it off. Left side looking for the sideline. The pylon. Touchdown Kings. Terrell Larice with touchdown number 2 for this Kings offense.
Yeah, he got downhill pretty quick right there.
That's right as I mentioned him and how fast he is. He just shows it right there. It looked like nobody wanted to get in front of him, and I don't think he was even touched by the defense on that touchdown. The Kings, with a big lead early, they had one touchdown that was from special teams, that blocked punt. And here's our guy, Russ.
Hey, he might be the early player of the game for me. Hope I ain't jinx him.
The line. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Oh, boy.
I do it.
You're going to hear about that one. You're going to hear about that one, D-Rob. So we're glad to have you with us here in our broadcast booth here at War Memorial Stadium. I'm Trip Keeter alongside Darius Robinson. If you want to hear more of us, join us on the Mills Sports Network during high school football and basketball season. Here's an instant replay of Larice's touchdown. He just takes the handoff. Nobody got in front of him. I don't even think he was running full speed that time.
Nice little counteraction right there.
And he crowns himself after scoring that touchdown. 20-zip is our score. We're only a single play into the into the second quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Kings run the ball on the ground a bit more just to keep that clock rolling.
Yeah, I would love to see that clock keep running.
Yeah, being here at War Memorial, we've seen some good teams just absolutely dominate on this field, especially during the past fall. So we're no stranger to that. This one's going to be a bit of a low kick and recovered by Northeast Arkansas. Noah Wells came down with the football in Kings territory. I think they're going to mark it at the 48-yard line. The Galaxy have a lot to prove. They got beat pretty bad by this Kings team, 48-6 last game. And so far in the first quarter, they had a lot of offensive struggles. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong for the Galaxy so far, and now they're looking to bounce back.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how they bounce back here in the second quarter. Like I said, first quarter they started off kind of promising with the run game. So let's see, can they find some type of spark here in the second quarter to get this stingy Kings defense moving?
The main thing that we've seen from this Kings defense is if they had like a setting like in Madden, their hard-hitting setting is all the way up. I mean, these guys, they're probably breaking their shoulder pads with how hard they're hitting the Galaxy. King at quarterback looks to throw, has to fire quickly as the pocket collapsed fast, nearly intercepted by Isaiah Nelson.
That's my guy, Anthony Hatton.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, that's Hatton.
Okay, my bad. I was Hatton on the deflection. There's 2 number 8s on this. So I apologize if we get names wrong or just don't have names at all. I believe there were some uniform changes or last-second roster changes done by both teams. So there are some numbers on the field that's not on our roster, or there's multiple. There are players that, like 3 different players who have the same number on this Kings team. So we apologize if we get anything wrong. This is a problem that we have during the high school season too, Hero.
For sure, for sure.
Second down and 10. Now King will be alone in the backfield. And that didn't work out for him at all. My goodness gracious. He was just swallowed up by Aaron Miller.
Mm-hmm.
And Miller just threw him to the ground.
Nice little bull rush right there. You see Landon Roberts kind of forced him back inside to Mr. Aaron Miller on that one.
I mean, golly, hopefully we'll get a replay of that soon. But Miller just put the spin cycle on King and threw him to the ground. It was like something you see in WWE.
Hey.
Like that was a fierce but clean tackle.
I believe in Joe Henry.
Now it's third down and 20. This isn't even half of what we do on a Mills broadcast.
Man.
It's fun.
This is pretty slow pace for me right now.
King has to throw it deep here, and it's intercepted by the Kings.
Great.
And this one's going to be taken back, or it might. He's got a convoy flag on the play, and he's knocked down. Was that Greg Westbrooks on the pick?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, it was. We'll see what the flag is here. It was kind of away from where Westbrooks was running, and we have a shaken up Galaxy on the field. And it was a holding on the Kings. Wow, so that takes away a really good return from that. But look at that. A clean pick with the Guardian cap on and everything. There's a good chance that he had a bit of a convoy, and he was finally, someone got a hold of his foot. That flipped him up there, but it was still a great interception. Now the Kings have it at the Galaxy 48. The sun continues to set.
I'm going to tell Wishbrook, the old Wishbrook would have scored.
I think he'd agree with you.
If I was the Kings, I go deep right here. I take a shot.
Are you sure? You up 20-0?
Yeah, I'll take a shot.
All right. And here we go. C.J. James drops back, looks to throw, moves to his left, fires, and incomplete. He's looking for Kaimani Gray. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. It's great having a multi-camera crew here tonight, and a lot of new blood here for Natural State Sports, getting their first taste of broadcasting here tonight with us.
Oh, yeah.
2nd down and 10. Handoff left side, a flag on the play. Breaks away, lowering his shoulder. I could hear the pads popping from up here. I believe that was Modica on the carry. We'll see what the flag is for. Bit of a discussion on the field between officials.
I see our friends here. Terrence, Daryl, Chris.
For real? Where?
Yeah. You gotta use the binoculars.
Here, I'll let you use them. There. The discussion continues on the field between officials.
Man, these binoculars are amazing.
So after a long chat, it was offsides on the Galaxy.
Like the 4th row, 3rd row.
Oh, yep, yeah. Not easy for them to hide. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Hey, let me see them again. Those things are amazing.
I need to use those more often now.
You can tell on somebody in these binoculars.
2nd down and 5 for the Kings. James looks to throw. Pocket collapses, but the C's open for him, and he's going to be untouched out of bounds at the 35-yard line, and a 1st down.
I like that timekeeper.
It'll be the ball is spotted at the 36, but it's still a first down for the Kings. New set of downs. We're reaching the golden hour here in Little Rock now. Perfect time to be playing football. Basically, the most of the second half will be played in the dark.
Yeah.
Under the lights.
Yeah.
Kings in motion, the lineup in the slot. James will throw, fires down the middle, complete. That's Sykes. And Sykes gets away and out of bounds. We'll call it at the 14-yard line. That was not Sykes. I was
Jamal
wrong.
Mosby.
Jamal Mosby. It's the first time we've seen last names on the back of the jersey. So that's an advantage for us. I don't even see him on this roster.
Good thing he got people know who he is.
Yep, yep.
Well, Jamal Mosby already have a touchdown coming in this game on the first pitch and catch touchdown.
Now James on 1st and 10. The line to gain is the 4. He will fire cross field, and it's intercepted in the end zone by the Galaxy. That's their first turnover of the game.
Touchback.
Noah Wells with the pick.
That was just a bad decision right there by C.J. James trying to throw it back all the way across his body on that one.
Yep. He tried to throw it the width of the field almost.
Trip Keeter would never.
I probably would. So the Galaxy will take over at their own 20-yard line. They have a lot of ground to work with, and they've been struggling even around the 50-yard line. So we'll see what their offense can do on a new chance following the pick. And timeout. That's going to be the Galaxy's second timeout of the first half. Man, they want to talk it over real quick. It's a great night for football. I know I keep saying that, but I truly, truly mean it, because not only just because how beautiful it is here in Little Rock, but also because it's kind of cool out here. It's comfortable weather here tonight, almost football weather. This is ideal for what you want your mid to late September, early October to be during the high school and college season. So to get weather like this, nearly in the summertime, actually, is really a blessing. And to be out here on a Saturday night in Little Rock, it's great, to scratch that football itch that a lot of us get during the long off season. And the Kings is a great source for that.
Yeah, and it really do feels good. I went to work out this morning at the Big Dam Bridge, and it was cool like that. I had me a hot suit on, so like I was warm, but it was definitely cool out there. Yeah, and like as the sun is setting here tonight in Little Rock, it's just a beautiful night. I mean, those storms hit bad early in the week, but the way it feels right now, I wish I was on that field playing some football right now.
Great thing about those storms, though, brought a lot of rain, and that washed all the pollen away. I've hardly seen any pollen anymore, which that's a good sign.
Because your allergies?
Everybody's allergies. Man. First and 10. Flag on the play, but he gets the first down. This might be coming back.
Thank you to all 50 people that's tuning in.
Glad to have you with us.
Yeah. And maybe if you want to shout some folks out, man, drop it up in the comment section, man. We'll give everybody a shout out. Where you from, whatever, who you watching on tonight. Got somebody shouting out Woo Pig Suey Chris, shouting out his boy Jacob Nicholson, his childhood best friend. He's definitely a dog on that field. I had a pleasure playing with Jacob as well.
So it was a holding penalty on Northeast Arkansas. Now they're back at their own 10-yard line. First and 20. Line up in the gun. King's going to have to throw, and my goodness. The pass was complete, but I think everyone's going to remember this play for the hit that Hayes took after coming down with that football. Let's look at the instant replay here. Just, man, oh man, absolutely nowhere to go. That was Orlando Robinson with the tackle. On second down, he'll throw it long, and a one-handed pick brought down by the Kings.
Jalen Jackson.
The team captain coming down with the football at the 45-yard line.
He's definitely a highlight reel for sure.
Watch this replay right here. Or maybe not. Because, I mean, a catch like that deserves to be on camera.
Yeah.
My gosh, he got up there and with very little effort just grabbed that football like it was nothing with one hand.
Yeah, Jalen Jackson is a highlight reel. Jacaleb being from Jonesboro, Arkansas. Went to Arkansas Baptist to play some football. And he's also on the arena circuit trying to get his name out there. So he's a good all-around player. He can play receiver. He can play corner. He can return kicks from you. I mean, the first time I watched him play.
Watch this. Give me that.
Yeah, there it is. Oh, my God.
Wow.
And he's a freak athlete, too. The first time I watched him play, he did a backflip into the end zone.
Really? You mentioned he's in the arena circuit with a chance to play professionally. And, I mean, with a catch like that, it's no surprise. The Kings take their first timeout of the half. Well, as they call a timeout, the clock started here in the stadium.
There go the replay right here. There we go. Wow.
Yep. D-Rob's watching on the stream. We have someone tuning in from Longview, Texas.
Oh, yeah. She's watching.
Wow.
She's watching Anthony Hatton, great ball player.
Thank you, Sherry Thomas, for joining us all the way from Texas. We hope to see you here in the National State soon. Wow, look at this. We have a huddle cam right here.
Yeah, our guy Justin Bowie giving that pep talk during the timeout. Justin Bowie, man, what can I say about this guy, man? Relentless coach, relentless owner, man. Give you the shirt off his back, man.
Yep.
He started some of the great teams here from the Ducks, the Bologna Eagles, even the great Arkansas Punishers, and now the Arkansas Kings. So, listen, Justin Bowie, man, is just a name to remember on this semi-pro circuit, man.
Yep, and he's got a chance to make a championship run here with the Kings. This is their first season as a team, but they've shown so far that they're a dominant ball club, so much so that they had an opponent quit before the game could even kick off.
And, yeah, he's definitely not a foe to that one.
First down and 10 after the interception by Jackson. A handoff left side. Makes some great cuts, and he's going to get about a 5-yard gain.
OG outside is checking it from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Man, oh, man.
OG,
we got people from all over the place watching some semi-pro football tonight.
OG outside. That's an all right name with me.
Wow. A second down and 5 for the Kings. It's Larice that time on the carry. Only a yard gain.
The Rhinos is definitely one of the best teams to come through Arkansas.
Look at that.
Sure.
Our guy Josh Lamb is in the chat.
Hey, Thor, my guy, Thor. Man. Thor, I hope you get the feeling better, Thor, man. We need you out there, man.
Surprised you call him Thor because he's built like the Hulk.
Man,
I mean, the first time I saw him, I was like, I'm not getting in the way of that. If you want to 100 men versus a gorilla, he's the gorilla.
Yeah.
Like, he's a big man, and he's going to play professionally up in Ohio Valley. Third down and about 2 yards. Make it 3 here for the Kings. Doing a good job running the ball here so far. And they'll do it again. First down and a little bit more inside the 30-yard line. That was Rasheed Modica. Or rather, Modica, I beg your pardon.
Josh Swanson. He said, let's go, fellas. Shout out to number 19, SRTKC.
There are people from all over the place watching. I'm impressed.
And Doug Walker, you definitely right, man. Arkansas, I was telling Trip that on the field how Arkansas has came a long way in this semi-pro game for real.
And it really has. I mean, I didn't even know the history of semi-pro ball here in Arkansas until a team like the Punishers came around, and that really showed the growth that it has. And now here we are modern day with the Kings. First and 10 from about the 29-yard line, just shy. 5 seconds on the play clock. Kings got to do something here. And a timeout. And
they wanted
Coach
Bobo.
Justin is upset.
They wanted Bobo to motion. He couldn't motion. He's on the line.
Yeah.
But go back to all the teams in Arkansas, man. I'm gonna just go name some teams just in Arkansas. Period. Here in Little Rock, you got the Arkansas Punishers, you got the Arkansas Kings, you got the Arkansas Boats. Just in Arkansas, you got the Galaxy. You have the Palm Bluff Saints down there in Palm Bluff first year team.
Yep.
You got the Silverbacks down there in Texarkana area. Oh, who else you have?
There's the Arkansas Tigers in this league.
Arkansas Tigers for Forest City. Yeah. I'm trying to see who else. I think that's all I can name so far. There's just the Arkansas area.
Yeah.
And just Arkansas teams, period. You had the Rhinos. You had the Sabres.
I've heard about the Sabres.
Yeah,
I heard they're a big team.
The Sabres used to play here.
Yeah.
The Sabres really was the foundation of semi-pro here. The Sabres played here, man. It was under the Rockefellers, man. So they gave us the blueprint for this semi-pro football. And you got guys like, man, Chris Goodman, Terry Jordan, Bama, all them guys. Just
don't
man.
forget the Northwest Arkansas Warcats. Someone in the Big Breeze mentioned that.
Can't forget the Warcats. Definitely the Warcats. And also you had the Generals up there in Fayetteville as well.
And off up the middle, lowering his shoulder, just a yard shy of the first was Modica. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry about the Mr. Warcats, man.
Yeah.
Definitely the Warcats and the Generals up there in Northwest Arkansas, man.
I believe the Warcats came down here to play a preseason game with the Kings.
Yeah, they did. So it's a bunch of talent still left here in Arkansas, man. If you are out in these surrounding areas, man, get out and catch these games, man.
2nd down and 1. They're going to run the jet sweep, and he stays in bounds. And now they finally call him out of bounds.
Okay, Tracy Smith Jr. I'm calling his government name.
Okay.
Tracy Smith Jr. Bobo. Listen, I had the pleasure of playing with Bobo in junior high and high school.
Yeah, we've known Bobo for a long time. He's not wearing a number.
He's wearing X.
He's wearing X.
Listen,
where else but semi-pro football?
Listen, we played the Mississippi Brawlers last week. The guy that wore number 23, his was in Roman numerals.
Really?
Yeah.
What in the world?
It was nice.
1st down and 10. Handoff up the middle. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Finally taken down at about the 12-yard line, which was the line to gain. The officials mark him down at the 13. I didn't quite catch the number of the ball carrier, unfortunately. Help me out here, D-Rob.
Thought he had it on number 20.
Was it Jamario Tate?
Yes, it was him. Yes.
So 2nd down and 1. Got to gain a little less than a yard to get 1st and goal. Now James, quarterback keeper, gets some great blocks, and he'll head untouched 8 yards for the QB touchdown.
Did the guy just do the DX?
Wow, C.J. James just not even doing all the work. He had 2 receivers to his right side, throw some tough blocks, and that gave him plenty of room to just trot to the end zone.
Yeah, that was some great blocks right there on the outside to set the edge for C.J. James. They're going to punch it in for another touchdown. Doug Walker, he said the Kings of the Punch are carrying the torch right now. Proud of all newcomers. Yes, listen, it's a lot of young talent that's getting introduced to this semi-pro football, and
no whistle has been blown yet. This is returnable.
It is.
The Galaxy are returning this missed extra point, and it'll be no good. That was
it was crazy.
That was interesting. I thought the ball hits the ground, it's dead ball, but I guess the league might have a rule where that's live ball. Here's a replay of those blocks. Ouch! Just a couple of Galaxy players knocking into each other.
They missed it. He was over there.
Wow.
Let's see.
Are you looking at Rasheed? Yeah. Man, Monica. Kings up big here, 26-0.
Yeah, and to your point, though, Walker, I just want to see everybody to eat in this semi-pro world, man. Like you said, it's a lot of great newcomer teams coming up, man, and us as the Punishers and also the Kings down there. And for me, also, I'm gonna have to say the Arkansas Bolts as well, because they're the longer tenure team right now. And,
Yeah.
they not playing 11-man right now. They dropped it down to 8-man football.
Really?
And that do exists. And the Arkansas Bolts are killing it on the 8-man level right now.
Nice.
So, and it's all around, man. I love it.
And looking forward to some 7-man football coming up this summer. Because we got some arena football coming up in the state of Arkansas this month.
Who is it, Trip?
Hot Springs Wise Guys. I'm super excited for that. Speaking of which, General Manager Chris Goodman of the Wise Guys is in the stadium here tonight, soaking up some football. That's Stewart on the kick return, breaks away. The Kings took a long time to get to him when he was finally wrapped up out of bounds at the 41.
Even the great Chris Goodman even plays some semi-pro football.
He did. He did. Before he was the general manager of the Punishers, he was like the center or something.
Yeah,
he played.
Chris has played for the Punishers. He has played for the Valonia Eagles, and he's played with the Ducks. Man, Chris got some football pedigree, man.
Yeah, he has. I wonder if we can get him up here in the press box for an interview or something.
Hey, Doug Walker. Hey, man, Doug Walker, you come with some points tonight, man. You definitely right, traveling 4 hours plus every week, and when everybody's kind of local, that plays a big deal as well, for sure.
I think I should just take my headset off and give it to Dope Walker. He's got all the great points tonight. I'm just talking about nothing.
My boy Basil, man.
1st and 10 for the Galaxy from their own 41-yard line. Okay, they'll keep Mekhi King in at quarterback. And they give to Stewart, and he drops the ball off the handoff, and he's going to lose a lot of yards back at the, I believe, the 33-yard line. But there's a flag on the play near the near sideline.
Big Breeze. We need an Arkansas league.
That's kind of what this league is, the TFL.
Yeah, Big Breeze, I'm going to say this. I'm all for the Arkansas league, but I'm going to tell you, like, Arkansas, we're behind when it comes to semi-pro, man. I feel like we should have at least one team or two teams, because when we go to these other cities, man, it's these guys, they combine to put one team together, and us as Arkansas, like, man, it's so many of us here, and we having to go play these teams. Like, we battle with them, but for at least 1 year, I would love to see all of us combine for one team and go put Arkansas on the map for real, because we got the talent. We definitely have the coaches to do it. But like, I'm not opposed to just the Arkansas league, but I would love to see us come together as one team.
An Arkansas team would definitely be stronger than an Arkansas league, because there's so many teams around this Little Rock area. You got the Kings, the Punishers, the Bolts, all teams that have been here for years in the Little Rock area, competing for fans, competing for players. So, I mean, really, if the best of all three came together, that'd be an unstoppable force. A huge wrap-up tackle and knocked down Orlando Robinson.
Hey, Big Breeze, we tired of being on each other, man. We want to come together. We want to be friends. Yeah. Listen, we tired of whooping on each other, man. We just want to come together as one. Hey, you see that Brazil? Tuning in from Brazil, Eddie Brown. Go Galaxy.
Oh, wow. We've gone global. We've gone international, Rob.
Listen,
it's big time.
There's always some international we on this live.
That's true. I don't know. There's something about you that draws the big
it's
crowd.
You, bro.
No, it's you. It is 3rd down and long for Northeast Arkansas.
I think it's just the Mill Sports Network, period. Because you guys, even Shanice is in the building over there.
That's true. We have a full Mills crew here tonight. Flag on the play. This might be offsides on the Kings. It was 3rd down and 12, and the Kings might have tried to jump the snap.
A true statement.
Mm-hmm.
True statement.
Because there's some legitimately good athletes that play for semi-pro football around here, but they play for different teams. So I think if all like the best players of each team came together, especially the ones that are, nearby here in Central Arkansas, they could build something really special as a single organization.
That's what we was just talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
And like we got certain guys like Hatton, Anthony Hatton. He's driving from Texas just to play in these games and stuff like that. It's like he's finna fall asleep over there. He's sleepy.
Penalty on the Galaxy. So we have Will Watkins, our producer and engineer here tonight. He's also helping out. If you watch our Mills broadcast, you'll recognize Shanice producing as well. She's getting some more practice with our new machinery and software that we have here all throughout Natural State Sports.
Yeah, then we go debut this season for football, that V-Mix.
Yes, we're going to have some high-quality broadcasts just like this throughout all of our high school broadcasts upcoming for this football season. If you want to hear more of us, the Mill Sports Network is the place to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very fun season for both football and
later. Hi, I'm Steve Henson. I like Pazookies and
oh,
it looks like a touchdown.
What is happening right now? I'm a guinea pig for a sound changer right here. Hi guys, it's Steve Henson.
Rack Attack. Come on, leave it on there so I can
Make fun of Steve. There we go. Rack Attack! This is fun. This is the things you could do for semi-pro.
hey,
This is dumb. I love it.
Hey, that's wild.
That's loud.
What do you say? Don't you ever beep, beep. Hey, stop cussing over there, Trip.
What just happened?
There's a timeout. No, Walker, you're right. The Kings are definitely got the recipe.
What is happening?
The cooking. The Kings are cooking in the right direction as far as like becoming another powerhouse here in Arkansas. Like I said, Justin Bowie, he's no stranger to powerhouses, so he's just built another powerhouse.
I'm afraid he's going to push the wrong button over there. Well, yeah, he said he was.
Everybody at home, Trip just letting these F-bombs fly.
I'm not even going to be able to do the rest of this game. Ouch! Oh, my gosh. What a hit.
Ja'Kalen Jackson.
Wow. After all the chaos up here in the booth. I want to see you try this with your other commentary crews, Will.
We have another producer in the making.
Yeah. Already. Watch this hit in slow motion. Just bam, leading with the shoulder pad and everything.
Good clean hit.
Wow. Where's the bleep when you need it? That's how you can describe that hit.
There you go.
There you
Hey, right on time, Marcus. Right on time. Right on time.
Come on back to Steve Henson voice. Let's go. Okay.
That's what Will called that voice changer, by the way, the high pitch. 4th and inches here for the Galaxy, and they're going to go for it here.
He's trying to get to the 50, and he's not even going to get close to the line of scrimmage.
That was tough.
Turnover on downs. Kings football. I'm afraid to speak because something might happen. Like, I guess our computer will explode if the wrong button is pushed. So for context, that was Will Watkins' son messing with our,
and listen,
sound equipment.
And when you said the beat, you need a beat, he pressed it right on time.
Yeah, which was impressive, I got to say.
And right there, we had a turnover on downs right there by the Galaxy. They was literally a half an inch away from a first down, and they decided to throw the ball right there.
They lost about 2 yards.
Now it's Kings football, empty backfield. The Galaxy have someone coming into the game late as the 11th man. Far sideline now. Trying to spin away down at the 40-yard line. It's number 0, but that was Mosby on the reception. We don't have it on the roster, I don't think.
Big Bree said this is like Arkansas playing Arkansas Tech.
Essentially. Second down and short. James fires near side and incomplete.
He dropped it.
Wow.
Come on, Gray.
He was looking for Gray in double coverage. 4 seconds frozen on the clock here. Kings looking for one last score.
You know where this ball is going?
And
to the end zone.
It's going to hit Markham Street over there probably. That's how far he wants to throw it. It'll be third down from the Galaxy 40. 4 seconds to go 40 yards. It'll be C.J. James throwing it long here. Empty backfield. James looks to throw. Rolling out to his left. Look out. He was losing time and incomplete. A collision on the jump ball. And the first half is in the books. Kings 26, Galaxy 0 for our first half of play. We'll be right back with the third quarter right here on Natural State Sports.
Lifestyle on camera, $100,000 chandelier. They tried to turn me to an animal, but white people think I'm radical. Supermodels think I'm handsome. You might think I'm too aggressive, but really I think I'm too passive. Till I pull out the chopper, start blasting.
All the seagulls straight up, throw it up. Watch it fall and drop. Round and round and go. Strut, strut it on.
Pray for me, I'm about to hit the yay button. I don't wanna say nothing wrong, but it'd be wrong if I ain't say nothing. Imagine if I ain't say something, when none of niggas say nothing. I done lost and made money, now I'm making something they can't take from me. And I'm fresh out of debt in this motherfucker, and they still ain't ready yet for a motherfucker. Yeezy might have to go and put his Louis on. I'm about to go Gucci in the Gucci store.
Fresh out the beds in this motherfucker, and they still ain't ready yet for a motherfucker. Gucci mine, and I'm about to put my Yeezys on. Now that Gucci home is over for you Gucci clones.
All the seagulls straight up, throw it up. Watch it fall and drop. Round and round and go. Stop, stop it, round and go. Champions, we run the city. Number 1, they falling from the top.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Kingdom, king me, checkmate then repeat. This chestnut checkers, what can I say? I got goat genes. Real kings do king things. Live like one, breathe like one, killing shit by any means. Everybody can't lead like one, nah. Is it really me? Gotta check and see my legacy like royalty, and I act like it. If you know, better act like it. Look at me now, they can't hold me down. So give me the crown. They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. Kings for a long stretch, no limousine. If you talking winners, gotta intervene. I'm the biggest one of those you ever seen. I'ma need a crown. I'm the only one that ever held it down at the tip top. People flip flop every day, not I. Top 5, I'm a big shot. I'm the one that wanna take the big shots, big balls, big rings, big rocks, big bag, big moves, big cars, big man, big plan. Get lost, we've been this wrong. Look at me now, you can't hold me down. So give me the crown. It must be a thing. It must be the poise that silence the noise. It must be the heart that sets me apart. It must be the game that gave me the name. It must be the truth. I could be the proof. It could be the chain. It might be the shoes. They watching my moves. They chasing the fame. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king. We're not the same, we run everything.
waiting on the music.
I'm not hearing nothing. No. I can't hear a thing. And there we go. I have sound. My headphones were turned all the way down. Welcome back to Natural Estate Sports War Memorial Stadium. Second half football soon to be underway. Trip Keeter, Darius Robinson. We have a special guest in the booth with us here tonight. The one and only, truly for true, one of a kind, general manager of the Hot Springs Wise Guys, Christopher Goodmanson, also known as Chris Goodman. How we doing, Chris?
I'm doing great. You know, I always enjoy coming to these games. First of all, I always enjoy hanging out with you guys, my guys, over here at Natural State Sports. And then, you know, getting to come out here and watch some minor league football in the state. A couple of these guys are signed to – a couple of them are signed to play in our league. A couple of them are signed to play for us. So it's always cool to come out here and watch everybody play.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity just to play football. It's especially in the late spring, early summer. You have just that itch for football that you have to scratch. So like semi-pro football, just like this, is a great way just to put the pads on and just let the helmets fly. Pretty much, just have some fun on the field, and to do it under the lights here at War Memorial Stadium it's been a lot of fun so far tonight.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun for one team tonight. The other one's not having so much fun, but. No, I've talked to the Galaxy, you know, just speaking as the GM of our team. I've spoke to the Galaxy coaches a lot. They're great guys. They got a lot of good talent over there, but it's the struggles of a first-year team. You're going to play teams that are more established than yours, and you're probably going to lose. But then there's been times where this Galaxy team has also gone out and blown out teams. So you just got to keep your head high and keep balling.
Absolutely. You know, being down 26-0, that's not too much, but still, if you just look at the way that they've played on the field, it's kind of been of a struggle for them. So they're looking to bounce back here, but they're starting the second half kicking off to the Kings. And D-Rob, we've been having a lot of fun up here, just interacting with our viewers from all over the country and beyond. We have had a viewer in Brazil joining us, and Virginia and Texas. They've been everywhere watching our games. So it's been a lot of fun, and glad to have you with us here on Natural State Sports. This is definitely not the only football broadcast that you can hear our voices on. Darius and I are on the Mills Sports Network in the upcoming fall.
You had Chris Goodman with the Hillside.
Yeah, Sylvan Hills. Kickoff return by the Kings and finally wrapped up, knocked back at about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, we got a lot of good things coming up on Natural State Sports. A lot of good live streams. You got Kings football, then you got high school sports in the fall, and then they've done baseball, soccer. I mean, the network just continues to grow and grow, and hopefully it's not done growing.
Yep, absolutely. And you see the way that the production quality is for these broadcasts, not only for tonight, but if you look back at the Robinson Invitational Baseball series pretty much that we had a few weeks ago, the production quality that we had for that was absolutely top-notch. I was sitting back there just looking at what we had going on as a production, as a broadcast. It just felt more than legit, really. It just felt high quality. Oh, that's Bobo on the reception. I almost said number X. He's wearing X on his jersey. One of a kind here on the field tonight.
Jock Tracy?
Man. It'll be mark it as second down and about 5. For the Arkansas Kings, we begin the third quarter of play. Now James to Bobo Smith again. Across the 50, gets the first down.
That was a good open field tackle there.
Yeah, it was. So, Chris, as we mentioned, you're the general manager of the Wise Guys, a first-year arena football team into a market that hasn't seen arena football. Obviously, we had the Arkansas Twisters here in the early 2000s, and they folded in the late 2000s after some ownership a change in ownership and the new ownership kind of messing up the team. But you're a local guy. You grew up here in Central Arkansas, very familiar with the area. As your C.J. James throwing down the middle. It was number 23. I think that was Don Bone on the reception and a flag on the play. As I was saying, Chris, it's a new season for a brand new team. Hasn't played it down yet. We've signed players. You've hired coaches. You have an arena. And obviously there's a lot of buzz, and especially in Garland County down in Hot Springs, of this new professional football team. You're going to be the first professional football team playing here since the Twisters. So how's preparation going? And, because you're just around the corner from training camp.
Yeah, yesterday marked 2 weeks until training camp starts. Our players will report May 16th, about 3 p.m. in the afternoons, our official report time. Everybody will come out. But, it's a lot of things. When the Twisters left, there was like a hole here in summer that, people, there was nothing to do. And now, you've got teams like the Lightning and the Rangers, basketball and soccer that are filling that, but we haven't had really a big presence in football. You've got minor league sports, of course, but a real professional football league now coming to the city of Hot Springs, and it's got a deep ball here.
A long pass from James is tipped and incomplete.
But you've got a professional sports team coming to Arkansas now that like you said, hasn't been here since 2009 when the Twisters left. They moved to Texas for whatever reason, but they moved, rebranded, and then the story continued on after that. But yeah, there's been a lot of groundwork. Garland County, Hot Springs has really embraced us. It's so amazing going down there, and you walk around and you got the logo, and people realize what it is, and they see what it is. And we were over at the arena the other day going over some things, and a couple of the crew in there, they got so many events. There's people there working all the time. They stopped. And they were like, "Are you the football guys?" And that was really cool. Everybody's so excited to have it, and I'm excited. It's going to be great for the state.
Second down and long now. C.J. James is going to take off running. He's not going to get very far. Only about a 3-yard gain down at the 41-yard line. And Chris, you've plenty of experience of this level of minor league football. It's where you got your start as a general manager, and really from the job that you did with the Punishers, you went above and beyond as compared to some other minor league teams who don't last as long as you did with the Punishers. The team's still going on today, but you obviously now with the Wise Guys. So you're just a shining, I guess. I lost the word for it.
You made my guy speechless.
You're an example, really, of how this level of football, you can get really far with it. If just, you show the work ethic, you show the hard work that you put in. There's a flag on the play after the long gain by the Kings. We'll see what this flag here is in a minute. But so far, obviously, the team hasn't really played a game yet. But have you noticed any differences from your time with the Punishers to now with the Wise Guys?
No, I mean, I tried to run the Punishers as professional as possible, and a lot of the players can, they'll tell you it was probably a little too much at some point, but it's all about preparation. A lot of people say you dress for the job you want, not the job you have. Well, if we're going to eventually be at the professional level one day, we have to treat it like we're already there.
Yes.
In every way we prepare and everything we do in the front office, on the field, everything has to be as professional as possible.
Right.
If that's where you want to be, you see the level of organization in Arkansas has grown tremendously, and I don't want any credit for that or anything like that, but just everybody around here has grown. You got the Kings playing here at War Memorial, the Galaxy, they're in Northeast Arkansas, but they are doing great things and on their way to being great. And you got other teams around here doing great. But a lot of it is just it's preparation on the front end. That way when things go wrong, so to speak, you already have a plan for it. And when this happens, you already have a plan for it. And a lot of it is you don't go to sleep until 4 in the morning, and then you're up at 5, right back to work. But it is what you make it, and what you make it is what it's going to be. So you got to continue to work every day and never lose sight of the goals and the visions you have. And you say that this level can lead to the professional level. It can. There are guys that have been signed from semi-pro teams to the arena leagues, and then the arena to the CFL. There was a DB from the Billings Outlaws that just got invited to the NFL to go to training camp. So, I mean, it can happen. You just got to work for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, even in a front office standpoint, it shows. And I can only imagine that a day-by-day week for you, the public doesn't see that. They only see, like, the social media posts and the partners that you get, the new players that you sign. But it's really easy to think that it's an easy job to have, that it's just, you wake up, maybe you text a few people, maybe make a couple phone calls, but obviously it's not. You kind of have almost a 24-hour workday being a general manager. Yeah,
and, and then there's a lot of other stuff that goes into it, talking to players. You got to make sure that they're, you got a good relationship with them, and then it's talking to the other teams in the league. One of my guys, Steve, is the general manager of Duluth. Tripped up there. He's the general manager of the Duluth Harbor Monsters, and we've had a great relationship. And there's a lot of work. There's a ton of work that goes into making it from semi-pro to pro, and it's, a lot of guys, you got to be careful what you ask for, because when you make it there, it's a whole new level of workload that you're going to get. But it's so rewarding once you start getting things done and you see it come to fruition, and everything starts working. And you're going to have bad days. That's a part of life, but it's been awesome.
Absolutely. I mean, just seeing what you've built so far, you still have a bit of a long road ahead of you, but you've covered so much ground so far. You've only had, this is like your 10th month as the GM. You were introduced as general manager the same day the team's name was announced, actually, as a matter of fact. So you've been around basically as long as the Wise Guys' name, image, and likeness has been. As a flag on the play, Kings head back to the sideline. But yeah, as I was saying, you've covered so much ground in such short time, which is remarkable to do here in professional football. And I can only imagine just both the nerves and the excitement just kind of clashing together, because you're obviously super hyped to get some football started in Hot Springs, but also, it's the first-time gig, a first-time team.
Yeah, I'll say it. I'm scared to death of this season. I mean, I am. I don't. It's my first time. It's new. It's new for everybody. We're all little. It'd be lying to say you're not scared, but I know it's going to be great, and I know it's going to be exciting. But I'm already thinking ahead, the problems that we're going to have, what could possibly go wrong, this and that. So it's very exciting, but it's also very scary.
And also what could possibly go wrong. We have another flag on the field. That's on the Kings. This is going to take them back even longer. They're going to mark the ball. Looks like the 17-yard line. So it's basically 1st and 17 now. So tell us about the league that the Wise Guys are playing in. It's not the Arena Football League. It's just simply the Arena League. And you are the 6th team out of this brand new league. They played their first season last summer, so it's an established league.
Yep.
So tell us about the league overall.
Yeah, the Arena League was established in 2023, and then they played their first season, like you just said, last summer, with Duluth winning the championship. They had 4 teams back then, and now we're on to 6. The league plans to move. That was a good pass.
Yeah, pass was completed about the 2-yard line.
The league plans to move to 10 or 12 next season, depending on cities and teams and markets and stuff like that. I don't know a whole lot about expansion just yet, but the league is growing. It's got a great business model for arena football. It's something that can stick, and a lot of it just makes sense. I'll be the first to tell you, I'm very skeptical when new leagues pop up.
Yeah,
you got to do your research on a lot of that stuff. And from everything I saw in this league, it wasn't. I'm a little biased because they hired me to work here, but it's just got a great business model, and everything makes sense when you ask the questions and you look around. It's a great product, and then teams last year had players move up to higher pro-level teams. It's a great thing we've got going.
The Kings have 2nd down from the 2-yard line, and touchdown all alone, C.J. James. The Galaxy didn't even realize that he had the ball until it was too late. That's another touchdown for the Arkansas Kings. This game got out of hand really quick, so, man, I'm going to say the Galaxy will be very lucky to score here for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and the Galaxy, they got a great squad.
They do. Just a young team.
Just young, yeah.
They will win some games. They will have the success because they're a very organized team. They're a strong team. You just look at their sideline compared to the Kings. They're severely outnumbered. The majority of their roster are rookies, and they're basically a brand new team. So they have a long way to go, but they have a chance to get there. Kings going for 2, and it'll be no good. So talking about the Arena League, people think arena football, they think the rebound nets and all that sort of stuff. But for this league, it's not 8-on-8, it's 7-on-7, which is a brand new development this season. And also, there's no kicking involved. The game starts with a throw-off, and there's no field goals.
Yeah, so we throw we got a smaller roster, so we'll go into the season with 18 players, 16 active, 2 reserves, going to training camp with 25 here in a couple weeks. So it's a smaller roster. Some guys will play both ways. We don't have any kickers. We don't have any of the nets. We don't have anything like that, and that helps us play in smaller arenas.
Yeah.
Not that Banco ZK is a small arena. Our football fits in there so well. The field it's going to look amazing. It's going to be awesome. But it's a different style of play. You mentioned the 7-on-7. Most people when they watch arena football, it's 8-on-8. You got three linemen. We only have 1. In 8-on-8, one of the linemen can go for a pass. Ours can't. The center has to stay there and block. And then we've got some other small, minute details that are different. We've got a run lane where all forward runs have to go through, so you can't just go all over the field.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of different changes just to be something different rather than what people have always seen with arena football, and that's what our league really pushes. We've got great league leadership. Jeff Holmes and Tommy Benizio have done a really good job at building this league into what it is, and it's going to be great.
There's our guy Russ kicking the ball away for the Kings. We return, spins away, look out, finally caught at around the 50-yard line.
This would be the Galaxy's favorite spot right there.
Yeah, they've been looming around the 50 to the 48 all game. Yeah, but talking about the rules for this league, I like pretty much every single rule that's different from traditional football and traditional arena football because it emphasizes athleticism that the players need to have, and it emphasizes just all around the skills that you need to be a good football player.
Right, it takes a special kind of player to play arena football. For one, you got to have a different mindset because when you throw, out here, there's no walls.
Yeah.
There are, but they're far away from the sideline. You're not going to land in somebody's lap or anything like that.
Right.
And our version of football, as everybody says, the wall's undefeated.
It is.
It's
yeah.
undefeated. You're not going to beat the wall. And I've seen, just watching some games this season in other leagues, guys are smacking into it, but you got to be faster. You got to be a little bit. I wouldn't say faster. You got to be quicker. You got to be more twitchy style of play, and that helps.
Ball is on the ground off the low snap.
Uh-oh.
And King's gonna have to scramble, and he's wrapped up, tackled a little too deep in his own sideline to be fair, but no flag. And we have an injured player on the field, too. It looks like he's slow to get up. Back on his feet, though. And it looks to be a bit shaken up. He already has his right arm a bit taped. That's Zach Clayton, who's being a bit stubborn. He's staying on the field. He's toughing it out. He doesn't look too shaken up, so I think he's good to go.
I can do this.
We second down and long. I'm really interested to see the fan turnout for Wise Guys games as well, because we mentioned earlier how you've already had just a good local support so far as such a young team that hasn't even played a snap yet, but you already had such a good reception from local businesses reaching out wanting to partner with you, local just citizens and fans who want to scratch that itch for football, want to see an exciting product. And I would not be surprised. You guys are playing 4 home games this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see most of the seats in Banco ZK Arena filled.
That's the plan. I got to give a shout out to the wonderful people that work for me, Lauren Hatton and Zach Edwards, and a new girl that just came on, Melissa. They've been absolutely amazing at getting out there in the community, selling the team. Carrie Fishburne and the Arkansas Rock Squad also are amazing. Some of their girls are going to come dance on our dance team, and they've been in the community in Hot Springs doing wonderful things.
Yeah.
But you know, if there's any indication from the amount of season tickets we've already sold, Banco ZK is going to be a fun place to be this summer.
Low snap again, and King struggled to pick it up. He's going to lose some yards back at the 45. This kind of defense from the Kings. I mean, I'm expecting to see some explosive plays like this from the Wise guys on defense, man. You've got some real talent that'll be suiting up. Wearing some, we saw those new uniforms that were released earlier, the red and black, a very clean look.
Yeah, we wanted to go, you know, Prodigy X is a great uniform company up there, and I believe they're based out of Minnesota. But they're great guys, and the design, you know, we wanted to keep it a little mafia theme in there somewhere because that's where the team gets its name. So we got the pinstripes on the shoulder pads. There's an alternate uniform that we're not releasing that I really hope we can make happen because it is very nice.
It is very nice.
It's very nice, and I hope we're able to get it. But no, the level of play is going to be awesome. We've got some great players coming, and then we've lost some great players too.
So a timeout.
Ja'Kalen Jackson, I got to give him a shout out. He plays for the Kings. He recently signed to go play for the Lunkers in our league.
Yeah.
They got a great athlete. I mean, you saw the one-handed interception earlier. I was in the stands. I was like, hey, man, hey, look, come this summer. Stop doing that. but, you know, he's a great athlete. He's, you know, and that's what, I wish he would have came and played for us. I wish we could have got him, but he's going where he wants to go and where he feels comfortable, and more power to him. That's what I want guys to always do. Even when I was at the semi-pro level, if you didn't want to play for the team I'm on, go where you're wanted and go where you feel comfortable. And the Lunkers got a great athlete, and Jodeci Booker is going to play for him too. He's also a great athlete. They got really two good players. They've got a great team. And some of these other teams are going to be really good, but we've got a great team. Coach Bones has done an amazing job getting out there and using his connects from the IFL and everything like that to recruit. We've got some really good quarterbacks coming in. We've got a great running back coming in, some great O-linemen. The defense is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And I got to explain something too. Everybody looks at the roster and they're like, "Oh, there's no SEC guys. There's no Razorbacks. There's none of this." First of all, do you guys want to know what Razorbacks are asking for to come play for us? I mean, speaking freely,
$50 million.
Listen, I've talked to quite a few former Razorbacks about coming to play, and there was quite a few zeros on those checks they were wanting. Being at this level, we just can't pay guys like that. Which, by all means, they deserve it, but it's this level isn't the NFL, and some fans have to realize that.
Yeah.
I just hope everybody supports the athletes we do have coming out here, because these guys are fired up to come out here. They've done the research on Arkansas. They've seen the Woo Pig Suey. They've seen everything. They're excited to come to Arkansas.
So on fourth down, I think the Galaxy either wanted to attempt some trickery, and now he's thrown into the Gatorade. Wow.
and Chris, one more time for the people in the chat. Someone asked, where you guys located? So can you get a location and the first kickoff, first game and everything?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be playing at Banco ZK Arena, which is, people just know it as Hot Springs Convention Center. It's where they do all the basketball state championships.
Yep.
We're going to be playing there. May 31st is our first game, 8:05 p.m. It's a little late of a kickoff, but we were told by one of our biggest sponsors that if we do anything before 7, nobody's going to come because they're all at the lake. So we listened, and we were like, okay, well, 8:05 p.m. Right there at Banco ZK Arena. We're playing the Eau Claire Axemen. They're the other new franchise in the league. Tim Brown, Hall of Fame Heisman Trophy winner, is supposed to be in town for that game, depending on his schedule. He does a lot of golfing. So we're hoping we can get him there, but it's going to be a great game, a great season. If you want to get tickets or look at the prices right now, we got pretty great price tickets. If you ask me, it's pretty affordable, and I like that. I wanted to keep ticket prices down. But you go to hotspringswiseguys.com, and then some of our players have been posted on there that we've officially signed and whatnot. Check the team out. Check the ticket prices out. If you got any questions ever, I run the social media. I'll answer any questions you got. I'm super transparent, probably more transparent than any professional GM in any sport will ever be.
He's not lying, too.
He's very active. He's very active.
Yeah, you want to know something, message the page and ask me. Just look up Hot Springs Wise Guys on all social media. We're on all of it.
Yeah.
And I'll ask away. Ask any questions you want. Go to the website. I'll give you my number if you ask me. You call me and we'll have a conversation. I talked to a fan the other day for about an hour, and he was like, "Man, this is cool. Like the GM's just on the phone with me."
Yep.
I'm like, "Yeah, I got 37 emails sitting here waiting on me, but yeah, man, I'm talking to you. You know, it's I love the fan interaction and building this. I'm from Arkansas. I know how we are out here, how the people in Arkansas are, and I want this to be an Arkansas organization.
And that's something I think is really important, too, because you look at some other leagues. I'm not going to name a specific league, but they have a league with multiple teams throughout the country, but they're all, like the entire league, all the teams are based in one city, and then they travel to said cities to go, basically be the home team, and the crowds almost never show up except for certain places. So it's really, I think it's a great thing for especially a place like Arkansas that we have a locally based team, a locally ran team, because like I said, you're from here, you live here in Central Arkansas. I mean, you have partners as big as like Oaklawn, for example. It's your biggest partner, and so I think it's a really healthy thing to have, especially if you want to be a brand new team like you are the Wise Guys.
Now, let me correct something I said. We will be playing at Oaklawn's Arena League Field at Banco ZK Arena. That's where we will be playing this summer. You'll come out and. Huge thanks to Wayne and Chris over at Oaklawn for working with us on this. It took months and months and months, but those guys are awesome. They're amazing. Oaklawn's a wonderful place to be on Saturday nights, just not before 8:05 p.m.
Also, someone asked, is it too late to join the team?
Unfortunately, it is. It is too late.
As a player or as a staff member?
Well, as a staff member, just hit the page up and we'll see what we can get done. But as a player, it is unfortunately too late. The way our roster's set up, we don't have enough space to bring in a lot of guys.
I tried to try out. I threw like 500 passing yards in the tryout and everything. He didn't think he was enough.
But no, send your film though to the social media. We got a short list of guys that we're keeping guys on to, because we're probably gonna go to camp. Guys aren't gonna show up. Somebody might get hurt. So send your film in. If it's good enough, you may get a phone call May 17th. Hey, come to camp today. So. Right now, it is unfortunately too late.
Now let's talk if you want to be involved with the team more than just a fan, and probably not as a player, but as maybe a staff member or an intern. How can folks get involved for that? Asking for a friend.
Yeah. So technically you're already hired, but if you want to, we're going to need lots of interns. If you want to be involved. Again, message the page. Say, hey, I want to come work, see what's available. I know we're going to need a lot of game ops employees to help with setup of the field, help with making sure game day goes correctly. So it's an opportunity to intern with a professional football team. Get out there, get your hands dirty, and just speaking. That's what I did. I came into semi-pro as a player, and then I worked my way into coaching. Was not a very good coach. Went to the
Look out, jet sweep, and he's knocked out of bounds.
Chris Sykes.
Wow.
Yeah, he looked good there. But
and we've got some friendly activity happening over there.
Oh, they're exchanging cooking recipes.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Hey, I make this with salt and sugar.
You put the cayenne pepper here. You mix in the flour.
You got a cup of brown sugar.
This is my mama's recipe. You want to try it? But yeah, as the third quarter comes to an end, one last time, Chris, Hot Springs Wise Guys, what can fans look forward to, and how can they get involved as a fan and check out, maybe buy some tickets?
Yeah, so tickets are available at hotspringswiseguys.com/tickets. You could just go to the website, click tickets, but /tickets. Go in there and check it out. We've got tickets. The cheapest ticket is $15.
Wow.
And then the most expensive is only $45. So, you think about, you go to a pro game, say you're sadly a Cowboys fan, and you go to Dallas, you're paying all this money for a hotel, you're paying all this money for tickets, when you could just stay right home and watch a winning football team. No offense to Cowboy fans out there, but, $45, and that'll get you right up front. That'll get you right up front if there are any available. Like I said, we've got a ton of season tickets sold, so tickets are going fast. Seats are filling up. You know, if anybody here, I'll do this right now. If anybody watching wants tickets, I got a special promo code. If you message the team page right now and say you heard me on the Kings broadcast, I'll give you the promo code and I'll give you a discount for tickets.
All right. That's a great way to close out. Chris, we'll let you go and enjoy the rest of the game as the Kings have been putting on a show here. But thank you so much. You made this third quarter absolutely fly by.
Yeah, it went really quick.
Yeah. Once again, Chris Goodman, General Manager, Hot Springs Wise Guys. It's good to talk to you, my man, and we'll see you soon down in Garland County.
Yes, sir. Go Wise Guys.
There he goes, Chris Goodman. Absolutely just made this third quarter a lot of fun.
We're going to keep it right here on the broadcast as the Kings still lead 32-0. And my goodness, is what a physical game this has been by the Kings. A dominating showing here. They won last week against this same Galaxy team 48-6. And now I think they're looking to maybe beat that score.
Yeah, they trying to. Like you said, man, Chris definitely made this quarter fly by.
Yeah.
But I was able to watch some good football while while you guys was chopping it up. But, man, that was some great information right there by Chris Goodman bringing them Wise Guys to Hot Springs, Arkansas, to Garland County. So I'm definitely looking forward to it.
It's been a good football night here in Little Rock. Toss to the right side, knocked down at about the 5. Looks like it'll be a loss of 1. So it'll be 4th down and goal from the 5-yard line for the Kings.
4th down and go. And we want to thank everyone for tuning in to this.
Yeah, a
ball game.
lot of great fans watching us and interacting in the chat. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Looks like the Kings, they know, hey, we have nothing to lose here, so might as well go for it if it's only 5 yards. Handoff left side, running over a man, and he stopped just short of the goal line. They're going to mark him down at the 2. And honestly, that might be a smart move defensively even for the Kings because that pins the Galaxy back at their own 2.
Oh, yeah, and defense can flex their muscles.
Yep. And they caused a couple of safeties last game. So a good chance we might see one here. We're just now starting 4th quarter of play here in Little Rock. These are 2 first-year teams facing off. Really, the difference is the Kings did a really good job recruiting some veteran players that have played several years in this level of semi-pro. And the Galaxy, they're still a very young team, and both as an organization and as a roster as well.
Yeah, and if you're in these guys' area, if you want to play some football, man, just hit up these guys on their social media.
This will be a new series for the Galaxy at their own 2-yard line. Let's see what they can do here. It's a new quarterback on the field. I believe that's Fugate, the new quarterback. Now flag on the play.
I think he was a running back at first.
Yeah, he was. That's a false start. Could be what, half the distance to the goal? So they'll be back at the 1 now. Man, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for them tonight.
I know we was talking about Chris, all the teams that Chris was playing for. I forgot you also played for the Wolverines too.
Wow. They're lining up here in the gun, halfway into their own end zone. Handoff, and there's the safety. There is. Put your fins up if you're a parrot head, because that's a safety. Wow. I mean, he was just swarmed by basically the entire defense of the Kings, and that'll add 2 more points, which really, that gets them back a couple of missed PATs and also the missed the 2-point conversion. That's really what you wanted as the Kings, and now they're going to get the ball back.
I feel so bad because once I said that about our guy Russ, he made it extra 46.
You said, I'm going to jinx him, but he hasn't missed, and then he missed.
Listen, he's been spot on, and he has missed 2 straight since then.
It's been a while since he's kicked too, so there's a bit of rust here. Here's the instant replay. Look at that. Just get over here. I believe, was that number 6, Jackson Davis, who got to him first? Yes, it was. Wow. That was you can probably count on about 2 other Kings with that tackle as well. But it was Davis who got there first. Now, the Galaxy got to kick it away from, I believe, the 20-yard line. I'm surprised there's no kind of running clock or anything here.
Okay, Braden, you ready to have some fun down there? I see Rayan look up here, but Braden too afraid to answer.
And the punt is away from the Galaxy. It will be returned from about the 41. Or correction, the 39. And he's pulled out of bounds.
Y'all having fun?
Sykes, 0-0 on the return, and we have a player down.
Little Chris Sykes.
See that y'all had to run out of the way there. Shanice is running production, so now I get it. Yeah, you can
I believe that's Clayton
adjust the mono.
who was down, and it is. He's going to be helped off of the field.
Well, Braden, not everyone.
It's not something you want to see for anybody on the field, especially not, you don't want to see anybody get hurt. And also just this hurts the Galaxy a lot because they already have a very empty sideline.
That's why like 6'1" players in women's basketball is hard to find. Yeah, right on my
Bless you.
He'll be checked out off the field. Thankfully, he was able to walk mostly under his own power. So here we go, new series for the Arkansas Kings. Hand off right side, lowering his shoulder and knocked out of bounds just shy of the line to gain. It was Jermario Tate carrying the football, and man, basically a fullback. What kind of a run that was.
Yeah, he's definitely a tough runner.
It's a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1.
Clink, clink.
2nd down for the Kings. Oh, careful. Someone jumped onto the field for the Kings right before the snap. So they're going to be penalized for too many men on the field. Flag is down right in front of the Kings sideline. And never mind, they waved the flag off. So they wave the flag off. It'll be a 1st down for the Kings. Galaxy trying to jump the snap. Now a counter run to the left side. About an 8-yard gain that time for Don Bone. I'm going to let the clock roll here. Just over 12 minutes.
Let it roll.
That's all you could ask for a game with this kind of score. And the Kings keeping the ball on the ground to let that clock roll and potentially punch it in. We'll give it to Bone again. Up the middle, gets the 1st down and then some. Into the 20-yard line, down at about the 19. I got to say, the Kings, they've got themselves a pretty good football team here on the field tonight. Kings have 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Looks like they're taking their time here with the snap to let the clock roll a little bit. Handoff left side. And tackled at about the 13-yard line.
That one DM, he came from all the way from the other side.
That was Modica again on the carry. Good to see him back on the field. Now 2nd down. Ball is spotted at about the 12-yard line. Handoff. 1st down and then some at the 5-yard line.
Let the time keep on rolling.
That was Wallace Foote.
It's good to see Wallace Foote back on the football field.
It'll be 1st and goal at the 4.
We talk about players getting like opportunities and stuff like that. Wallace Foote started on this level. He was a great running back from Benton High School, started on this level, and actually got the opportunity to go play for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys.
Wow.
So like that goes to speak the opportunities as we speak of when you're playing on this level.
Ball at the Galaxy 4-yard line. Flag on the play on the jet sweep. And into the end zone, but we'll check the penalty flag. It was Mosby with the carry, but we'll see what the penalty is. It's a infraction on the Kings. So that'll knock them back a few yards, and that'll take away a touchdown run for Mosby. Just over 9 minutes remaining in this ball game. It's looked like all Kings since the first quarter. They give it to Mosby again, and there he goes into the end zone. No flags this time. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
What?
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Let's ride.
They're getting closer and closer to beating their score from last week.
Yeah. Well, it's like this game pretty sold up, man. If you miss tonight's game with the Arkansas Kings, they would be back. They would be back at home next week versus the Palm Bluff Saints.
And the 2-point conversion is punched in and good by Don Bone.
They like crawling on the ground.
It was battling through the trenches that time, and now it's 42-0. Man. What a game. We got some Kings dancing on the field and everything. It's been a fun game if you're a Kings fan. And D-Rob, you said they'll be back
Home
at
next
home.
week. Yep.
Right here, right?
They haven't announced yet. It might be between here and Hendricks.
And
College.
Hendricks, okay.
Yeah. Versus the Palm Bluff Saints, another first-year team.
Yeah, another in-state team. A little closer to Little Rock, though.
Yeah. And they actually took on the Silverbacks on today down there at Palm Bluff. I don't know who won that game, but they had a great turnout down there at Dollarway High School.
Oh, they're playing at Dollarway.
Yeah, it's
wow.
Good. It's good to see that field getting put to use.
Yeah. I'm glad that it's a stadium that's still standing, really.
Yeah, with everything's going over there at Palm Bluff High. Palm Bluff High getting a new whole school
New
gym.
everything.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what that look like.
Russell Reynolds kicks the ball away. We picked up at about the 25. Look out. He's got the speed, and he crosses the 50-yard line. He had a lane for a moment, D-Rob.
I told you they love this area.
We'll see where they spot the ball. Looks like we have someone from the Galaxy cramping on the field.
Oh, my leg.
You're mean. And
Me machine.
looks like he is good.
Me machine.
I don't even know what to say to you anymore.
We finna be like, church, are there any announcements?
No. 1st and 10. They're in Kings territory again. This is probably as far as they've ever gone in Kings side of the field at the 47-yard line. A bit of a tight huddle here. They're not done playing yet. Give them some credit. They don't care about the score. They just want to keep playing ball.
Yeah, just got to finish this game strong and just finish with some pride. Because it's a long ride home.
1st and 10. Low snap, took a bounce, and so will the quarterback. Right onto the turf. Man, who? I'll stop the clock. Couldn't get quite a good look at who made that tackle.
2, it's okay. 3, it's flag.
So flag on the field after the play.
Dang, what was the Key and Peele? What was his name?
Oh.
Was it Hinkle McCrinkleberry?
I think it was.
Hinkle McCrinkleberry, Penn State University.
Dan Smith, BYU.
It's been on the whole game, William.
I didn't think he wanted to plug it in, to be quite honest with you. So I wasn't going to ask about it. I should have said something before the game.
So that penalty on the Kings will benefit the Galaxy. A new set of downs at the Kings 41. And incomplete.
I'm glad that was incomplete, because if not, that was going to be interception.
And the unfortunate part of that is the clock stops, because I feel like the Galaxy, they're clearly, I mean, they're dead tired.
They want to get that goose egg off the board,
Yeah,
too.
they do. So they're still fighting here, but also it's been a long game for them.
Hut 1, hut 2.
Second down. Let's fugate the quarterback, and he'll toss it to the left side. Tries to spin away, and he gets a 1-yard gain, and the man who tripped him up helps him back up.
Yeah, was it Jacob?
I think so.
Jacob again on another tackle. We have to call Jacob Nichols' name a lot tonight.
Yeah, we have.
Third down from the 40-yard line. And as you said, D-Rob, they just want to get this goose egg done and out of the way. They want to get on the board. Just have a small victory from this game. But I feel like it's a long road, but it's reachable for the Galaxy to have some success on and off the field. They're just a very young team. They need a deeper roster. They need to get some some guys some playing experience, get some vets on their roster, and even some guys that have been playing tonight as their careers continue. Left side, and he's sacked.
Yeah, with those smaller towns, it'd be a little more hard to recruit, man.
It is.
You have to go to, like, nearby towns. And that's what I said earlier. Like, teams like the Galaxy and the Knights, them the teams that should have consolidated.
Yeah.
Because you consolidate them team, you would have easily had about 25 to 30 guys
Right.
here tonight.
So now it'll be 4th down and long. Lost about 2 yards on that previous play. Once again, they're going to have to punt it away. That's another side of the ball they've been struggling with special teams. Obviously, the first punt being blocked and taken back for a touchdown.
Yeah, they didn't have sketch tonight.
Care to elaborate?
Yeah, man.
Special teams.
Special players. Even though it's not Tuesday, but it is Saturday.
And a flag.
Hit that line, hit that.
Looks like the play clock must have ran out. And no, it's an illegal substitution.
Stop slamming that door.
This will knock them back even longer. They're back at almost at the 47-yard line. About 5.5 minutes. There's another low snap, nearly
Good punt.
blocked away, but he got it away. Now the Kings are going to run a reverse on the return. He's got to run to get some yards, and he finally goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. I believe, was that Ja'Kalen Jackson on the return after the reverse?
Yeah.
About 5 minutes left. This really could be the last. This could be the last drive of the game if the Kings really take their time here. But we've seen the Kings tonight. They try to play fast, that's for sure.
Yeah. Let's hit his time roll. All right, big guy.
Again, we want to thank Chris Goodman.
Chris Goodman, everybody.
Who joined us here for most of the second most of the second half. General manager of the new arena football team in Arkansas, the Hot Springs Wise Guys, playing their games at the Hot Springs Convention Center, the Bank OZK Arena. I don't I think we had some guys try to jump the snap for the Galaxy, and so gain some yards for the Kings. We've been having fun up here. It's just been a fun night. We kind of we've been just goofing around for the most part, but we've been having a lot of fun here with the Arkansas Kings, bringing you this ball game here on Natural State Sports. Long pass, incomplete, and a collision. Kings are looking for a flag to be thrown.
Nah, it can't be a flag right there. That was quarterback fault right there. Your receiver ran an out route, but you threw like a curve route. More like a wheel route.
Yeah. So that'll be second down. I'm surprised they were trying to throw the ball here, too. You're up 42-0. All you're really doing is wasting some time trying to throw the ball like that. And they'll do it again. No one's open. So it's a gain a couple of yards, but a flag on the play. I believe that was Philip Blackman, the quarterback.
Yeah. Philip Blackman, a new acquisition to the Arkansas Kings. We traded Philip Blackman over there to the Arkansas Kings for a 3rd-round pick.
It's going to be a holding penalty on the Kings. So 2nd down and 14. The clock is not moving when it should be, and there it goes. Drops back, throws. Far sideline, breaks away, breaks a tackle, trying to go down the sideline, spinning away, crossing the 50-yard line. Gigantic gain for a 1st down for the Kings. That was Kaimani Gray again on the reception. And they're in Galaxy territory here. Drops back, looks to throw, fires deep. And the referee over there was closer to that pass.
That's what I'm saying. Like
3:30 remaining here in this 4th quarter. It's been all Kings tonight. And they're just going to let the clock run.
what a play clock ain't start.
It's a good question. It has not moved. It's been frozen at 40 seconds for a little bit. C.J. James again throws to the near side and wrapped up after about a 5-yard gain. It was Don Bone. We've been seeing Bone getting the ball quite a few times tonight. Third down and 5. Surprised that they elected to throw the ball so much here late in the 4th quarter when they ran it pretty well for most of this half. And now the play clock is running. Now James is looking to the sideline, then trying to throw it up the middle, incomplete. It'll be 4th down. And it doesn't look like they're going to bring out a punting unit at all. They're going to keep quarterback C.J. James on the field. Because really at this point, it felt like for the most of the game, the Kings have had next to nothing to lose. So they're just going to go for it, I guess, unless it's a sneaky punt. But nope, they're going to line up in the gun. Bring a man in motion. And C.J. James keeps it. Breaks a tackle, gets to the line again, and then some. Down inside the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at about the 28-yard line. So we're under 2 minutes remaining here in this game, and now they stop the clock. And they call for a 2-minute warning. I wasn't even expecting a 2-minute warning, honestly. What are you doing? I really wish we had a press box cam just so
For
we could
you.
to see what D-Rob is doing, because he's just he's practicing his QB movements, I guess, over here.
Hey, practice make perfect.
That's true. That is true. 2 minutes remaining in this ball game. Jet sweep for Mosby. Spins away. He had a guy with a fistful of his jersey, and he still got away from that. And about an 8-yard gain.
All right, take Niels now.
And really, you could get a first down here. You can get into victory formation. Or you probably could do it right here. Not sure that's how Coach Justin wants to roll, though, here. Now James, he's going to throw it. And gets the first down and then some into the end zone. Touchdown, Kings. Kaimani Gray again on the reception and another touchdown. Well, officially the Kings have repeated their score from last week against this same Galaxy team. And now it looks like they're going to go for 2 to see if they can break that record. CJ James up the middle and he crosses the goal line. The 2-point conversion is good. It is 50-0. Highest scoring game in the young history of the Arkansas Kings. With 1:09 remaining. I really feel like at that point, you could have just lined up in victory formation. This game would have been over, but now we got a whole minute and 9, which isn't a lot, but really just seems to be kind of rubbing some salt into the wound of your opponent. You're throwing the ball. You seem desperate to get into the end zone when you're up by that much. But nonetheless, a victory for the Arkansas Kings tonight. And once again, DRB said they'll take on the Pine Bluff Saints at home next week. I don't believe it's been announced if they'll play here or they're home away from home at Hendrix College.
Just watch out for them game updates.
Yep.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good and active with their social media, so they would definitely let you know ahead of time.
I think they seem to post almost daily. Here's Russ. He'll boot it away. Out of a squid kick. Low kick and return. Look out. He's got some blockers.
Same spot.
Out to the right side, yep. And out of bounds with barely under a minute left in this ball game. The Galaxy with one last chance to get on the board. So here we go. As the game is slowly continuing to wind down here tonight. 1st and 10 for the Galaxy. Handoff, right side, nowhere going.
Okay, we don't have to stop.
And a timeout.
What are you talking about?
The Kings did, apparently. That unnecessary, but okay.
Michael Jackson said it better. Why? Why? Why?
It's a valid question.
And it's good to see my boy Willie not working over there.
You didn't have to call him out like that.
He get to chill, you know.
To be fair, he's training new crew members who are most of them doing their first time on the camera or on production. And so he's comfortable enough knowing that now it's Shanice, our normal producer at the Mill Sports Network, working our new V-Mix. Yeah. Second down and long. Gonna be a quarterback keeper. Tries to break away, and he's just thrown to the ground. My goodness, he was just caught in midair.
My bean dip. Robert Thomas.
We call him Bean Dip.
That's what we call him, bean dip. Robert
incredible.
Thomas.
That'll be third down. Clock rolls here. Well, at least I thought. It must be another timeout. And yep. Why?
Bro.
Why?
This their second time out calling.
I mean, why?
Like,
it's ridiculous. 34 seconds left. You're up 50-0. You didn't have to score that last touchdown. You didn't have to throw the ball.
But you did.
Yeah, man. I guess they have something to prove here. I don't know. There's no telling.
Who are they proving it to?
That's the question. That is the question.
Power listeners. We talking about this in the news.
Here we go. Second and long. Looks to throw. Has nowhere to go. Are they going to call a timeout with 20 seconds left? It looks like it. I see a bunch of Kings lining up at the 50-yard line. This game is officially over. The Arkansas Kings with a home victory, a dominating victory here at historic War Memorial Stadium, 50-0 over the Northeast Arkansas Galaxy.
Great win by the Kings.
Yeah, their first regular season game here at War Memorial Stadium results in a victory. They'll play at home next week, so stay tuned to all the Arkansas Kings social media pages, on basically any social media site, as they post basically daily updates about the team. They were very excited about this game, and we can look forward to their game against Pine Bluff next Saturday. D-Rob, it was a lot of fun getting to share the headset with you here tonight.
Yes, sir. It's always a fun. It's always a pleasure, man. I think we just getting warmed up for that that Mills football that we have coming in the fall.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm very excited.
Same.
Words can't explain. Because
we sound excited too.
We definitely didn't have no words tonight.
Yeah, we definitely need some warm-ups here. Once y'all hear us call some Mills games, you'll probably think we're a completely different crew, because we just got a lot of friends down there, a lot of connections down there, people that are good to us, and so we're good to them on the Mill Sports Network. Shanice will be producing again, as she's been doing here tonight. I want to thank Will Watkins for letting us join him here in War Memorial Stadium here tonight. I want to thank the Arkansas Kings for giving us the opportunity to cover their ball games here on Natural State Sports. Once again, I want to thank Chris Goodman, the Hot Springs Wise Guys general manager, arena football team here coming soon this month, actually, in the state of Arkansas. So that'll do it for our coverage here tonight in Little Rock, Arkansas, War Memorial Stadium. Once again, our final score, the Arkansas Kings 50, Northeast Arkansas Galaxy 0. Once again, that'll do it from all of us here, our entire crew from Natural State Sports. This is Trip Keeter saying good night from War Memorial Stadium in Little Rock, Arkansas.